I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
What's up YouTube, it's Monkey DN, back with another video. So a lot of crazy stuff has been going on in Wano, and like we see Kaido going up and allying with Big Mom. We see the legacy of Kozuki Oden, you know, we get to see the Straw Hats upgrade, Zoro was Enma, Sanji was his raid suit, and Luffy was his Ryo. And there's like so many cool stuff in this arc. Like we even get to see Marco, and we get to see the Pirate Alliance between Luffy, Kid, and Law. It's just a lot of craziness and a lot of things has been going on. And I'm sure there's gonna be more people joining this war, and a lot of people theorizing that the Marines and other supernovas and other powerful pirates will come over to Wano to fight. But who I really want to see in all this chaos and all of this madness is for one man to come. And that man, the myth, the legend himself, former crew member of the Pirate King Gold Roger. He was the brother to one of the 4 Yonkos, Red Hair Shanks. Not to mention, he was the mastermind behind one of the largest prison breakouts in One Piece history, and he was a former warlord. Buggy D Clown, you know him, and like, that would be really funny, and I really want to see Buggy come to Wano. I really want to see him defeat both Big Mom and kind of single-handedly, without even using his Haki or his Devil Fruit, you know, just like get all the poneglyphs and skipping in the Yonko and just become a pirate king, just like that, straight up. And yeah, that's what I really want to see this arc. To be honest, that'd be kind of funny, but I mean, obviously that's not gonna really happen. But it would be a very interesting twist. I would like to see a spin-off on that, like Buggy coming to Wano and just being OG and being one of the greatest characters. What I really wanted to talk about is I want to talk about Buggy more seriously and his true powers and his potential and becoming a legitimate force in the One Piece world. If you guys think about it, he was actually on Gold Roger's crew, and that's straight facts. I mean, he was just a cabin boy, but so was Red Hair Shanks, and look where he's at now. Like, he's one of the 4 Emperors of the Sea and one of the most powerful pirates currently in the story, if not the strongest character. And I find it really strange how Buggy, who started off at the same place as Shanks did, is not at least somewhat close to Shanks in terms of power, or at least like Admiral level or anything, you know, like any strength. Like he lost Luffy pre-time skip in the beginning of the series, you know, that's not really a big feat. And like, I mean, he you know, we know his character. He's kind of complacent, he doesn't really like to work hard, and he's always been the scaredy cat of the crew, like Whitebeard stated. Like, he's always like running away. Oda did say in an interview that Buggy's not strong because he was lazy, so I guess, yeah, I mean, that makes sense, I guess. But you know, he was on Roger's crew, like I said earlier, and Roger doesn't just pick any random riffraff. Just like Luffy picks the strongest people, the people he has trust, and the people he knows will support him on his journey. So what did Buggy bring to Goldie Roger's ship? Like, Roger had to have seen something in Buggy, and that's why I believe that he will actually play a bigger role in the future of One Piece. He really does actually have a lot of charisma, and actually the funny thing is he actually does play a larger role in One Piece. After the Impel Down arc and Marineford arc, Buggy actually becomes like a decently strong force. I mean, we see him recruit a bunch of Impel Down prisoners who would all follow Buggy to death Thor, and they don't even know how strong he really is. They think he's a legend. And he also became one of the 7 warlords, and he also became the head of the Pirate Dispatch organization. And the funniest thing about all of this is, like I said earlier, Buggy's not even powerful in terms of strength, yet everyone on the crew thinks he's so powerful, like he's this legendary god character, which he really is, but like they really think so. And it's just such a funny thing, and everyone thinks that he's strong except for like Mr. 3, who knows his true strength. It's true that he's not that powerful in terms of like strength, like throwing hands and whatever, but he actually has a power that is considered pretty threatening. And as Mihawk stated in the war, what makes Luffy strong is not his Devil Fruit or his Haki, but it's his ability to turn people into his allies. Like, basically what I'm trying to say here is similar to what Luffy has, Buggy also has the power to make friends and allies really easily. And I won't say they're like the same powers per se, but they're definitely different and they have their own unique qualities. Like, Buggy's power, I would say, is more on deceit and luck, while Luffy's power is more so on trust and will. So recently, you know, after the Reverie arc, the warlord system, we don't know what happened there, but we do know that the warlord system has been abolished. So where is Buggy to be going now? Like, I mean, Buggy, he's a warlord, but he's not powerful enough to like back up and fight against the Marines who are chasing after him. So where's he gonna go? And like I said in the beginning, Buggy, I wanted to show up to Wano. You know, I wanted to go to Wano because it would be such a funny scene, because everyone would think he's like this powerhouse. They would think he's actually strong. And when he shows up in Wano, everyone's gonna be like, oh my gosh, it's Buggy the Clown, one of the infamous warlords and one of the strongest characters in One Piece. And it'll be really funny if he shows up and he goes against Kaido, and Kaido's like, actually gets serious. He acknowledges Buggy. He's like, oh wow, it looks like I'm gonna have to use my real strength against this man. And Buggy's like, oh my god, what am I doing here? It'll be really funny, like, if he just goes up there, pulls up, and like, everyone just super scared of him. What I think is that everyone actually has been underestimating his power in the anime community. I mean, he was one of the first introduced devil fruits in the story besides Luffy's fruit, the Chop fruit. And it allowed his body to, you know, split his body apart, and it actually makes him pretty powerful. He's basically immune to all sword slices. So he's like the hardest counter to Zoro and Mihawk, you know, and Rayleigh actually. Like, I mean, I'm not sure if Haki would actually work on him or not. If, like, they use Haki and try to slash him, if that would work, but we're not going to talk about that. While Buggy is mostly a gag character, like I said, I believe he actually will play a bigger role in the future. And when he shows up in Wano, I don't think he will unlock his power during his time, but I do believe by the end of Wano, I believe he will be a Yonko. He's gonna show up and everyone's gonna be scared of him, but he's not gonna actually play any major role in fighting. He might have some like accidental moments where he saves somebody or something, but he's not gonna actually he's not gonna be throwing hands with the Marines or Kaido or Big Mom or anyone actually. But at the end of the Wano arc, after for some reason Big Mom and Kaido has been defeated, I'm not gonna say that Luffy's gonna beat him, but I'm gonna say they're defeated. I'm not sure how it's gonna happen. Big News Morgan's gonna be there, and he's gonna write it down that boom, Buggy gets all the credit. I mean, Luffy will probably get credit too, but Buggy will get a lot of credit. And because 2 spots have been empty, Big Mom and Kaido, there's two empty spots in the throne. Buggy will become the next Yonko. And I know it's pretty funny, and it's like, are you serious, Monkey DN? Like, Buggy becoming Yonko? But I mean, there was this one scene after the Marineford arc when Buggy became the warlord, and he was like, I'm gonna become the next Yonko and then the future pirate king. And right when he says king, it gets cut out. And the reason why this is actually kind of important is because sure, that was a funny scene, but at the same time, it might be similar to what Usopp is like. Everything that Usopp says turns into lies. Since he's actually an important character, an important figure, and he actually has the potential to become a strong character just like Shanks has, he might actually become a Yonko at the end of Wano. However, the only difference in this scene is that, so when Buggy's lie comes to truth when he says he's gonna be Yonko, he's gonna become a Yonko by the end of Wano. But he won't have the power to back it up, but he will have the clout. So people will actually believe that he's really strong. But what I really think will happen is he won't be strong in Wano, but in the next arc, which is, I believe is Shanks' arc and the Elbaf arc, I believe that's when he will unlock his true power. For whatever reason, I believe Shanks will die from whoever it is, whether it be a Blackbeard or some person we don't know yet, or whoever. Buggy is gonna be really sad, and they're like brothers to each other. They hate each other on the outside, but in reality they really do love each other, and they're like best friends. They grew up together, and sure, they fight and bicker a lot, but at the end of the day they trust each other. And because of Shanks' death, Buggy will unlock his true power. He'll probably awaken his devil fruit, probably learn Haki, maybe even have conquerors, who knows. But imagine if he just awakens his devil fruit. Like, he would actually be a devastating power, because his devil fruit hasn't been used to his full capabilities. Imagine if he awakens it. Imagine if he could just touch anything and it just splits. Like, he could split steel, diamonds, even buildings, people, and he could probably split the freaking earth, you know. Like, we know Whitebeard's devil fruit allowed him to create earthquakes that can destroy the world. So what's stopping Buggy from being able to split the world with his devil fruit? I mean, I think that's a possibility. I'm not gonna say he's gonna be that powerful, but if he's gonna be a Yonko, who knows? He might be able to like split an island, you know? That would be pretty amazing. And I also saw this theory from, I was watching Tekken 101's video, where he could split his body to the very atomic molecular structure or whatever, so he could like phase through walls, like kind of like Flash, and how he like phases through walls by moving his body really fast. I mean, I think that's a legitimate theory, and I've been seeing a lot of memes about it going around, like Buggy splitting the world, and just pretty funny and hilarious stuff. But I seriously believe that if he trains and actually gets serious, he was on Goldie Roger's crew, and like I said earlier, Goldie Roger only selects the best people. So Buggy definitely does have the potential to become on that level. So what I believe will happen is he will become a Yonko at the end of Wano, but he won't have the power to back it up at the time, but he will have the clout. A lot of people will be under him, and people will think he's really powerful. But when he goes to Elbaf and all the stuff that happens there, he will probably unlock his power and actually become a legitimate force that becomes very strong. And considering how much knowledge he has about the world since he traveled with Roger and all the crew from Impel Down and all the people he's recruited along the way, Buggy might actually have the capabilities to go down as one of the greatest pirates in history. I think it would be really sad if Shanks dies. I don't want him to die, but I think it's a really great motivation, and the narrative kind of requires it because Luffy has to fight someone and has to be motivated in order to fight Blackbeard. I mean, he has a lot of motivation to fight Blackbeard. I mean, he kind of like is responsible for Ace's death and everything, and lots of other crappy stuff that's happened in Luffy's life. What do you guys think? Do you think Buggy will actually play a huge role where he becomes a Yonko and actually becomes strong, or do you guys think he will just become a Yonko and just stay weak? Or you just think he's gonna be a gag character for the rest of the series? He's never gonna actually become anything really serious. What do you guys think? Like I said, comment down below. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all next time.